Round one at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Phil Mickelson put in a charge into the crowd. The par 5 sixth, Phil's fourth. Got it. Mickelson, 7 birdies on the day, a couple double bogeys. Mickelson is 1 under through 17 when play was suspended. Golf Central is on the air.
Golf Central, brought to you by Titleist.
Hi there, welcome into Golf Central. Ryan Burr with a pair of major champions, Trevor Immelman, Justin Leonard. And guys, a tough day at Pebble to say the least. And Pebble's one of the great spots in the world, but with weather like that, it makes it difficult for a professional golfer. Play has been suspended. The forecast for the rest of the day looks poor, to say the least. So it is going to make for a long Friday to get things going. The biggest challenge if you have to play 2 courses tomorrow.
Well, I'm not even sure they're going to be able to get that in with the forecast we have for tomorrow, but there is just a lot of running around when it comes to this tournament between the 3 courses. And so the guys will be prepared for it and ready to go, but it won't be much sleep this week.
What do you think about play out there today, Justin? Was it a battle of just survival out there? So the courses obviously played difference. What stood out to you?
Well, what stood out to me was that we had a couple guys get it to 4 under par early when the weather was pretty good this morning. And then this afternoon, as the rain came in, the wind came in, guys started floating back toward, or sinking back towards even par. So not much good out there happened late in the day. Just guys, I think, were in survival mode for the most part.
Now, some star-studded groups, but none better than the last 2 United States Open champions. Dustin Johnson playing with Jordan Spieth. We pick up Spieth now at the 3rd hole, the par 3.
Downhill par 3 here from about 155. Can be tough to judge distance control. No problem for Jordan.
Yeah, he seemed to be able to handle that just fine. Makes birdie there, so Spieth at 1 under. Dustin Johnson's played well here in the past. Here he is at the 3rd, Justin.
Yeah, hit it way left off the tee, and now faced with a downhill lie, hitting it over a tree, over a bunker. It's an incredible shot and has a chance to save par.
A couple weeks ago at Torrey Pines, we saw the Poana can cause short putts to be an adventure. That would be the case again at times today. DJ makes bogey there, drops to 1 over par. Let's move to the 5th and Jordan.
Now the wind was blowing so strong today, these guys could almost drive this hole. And this is the bread and butter part of Jordan's game here. Just an absolute beautiful short game player.
Dustin Johnson, his 2nd.
Able to drive it almost to the green side bunker. And then, as we've seen from DJ, his short game has really come along in the last 2 years. If not for that mud on the ball, it may have gone in.
Tap in birdie for DJ. He's at even. This is Spieth for birdie. Yes, sir. He moves to 2 under par. Dustin now at the 6th, the par 5, his 2nd.
Long par 5 here. DJ must have absolutely crushed his drive. And there's a huge bunker right in front of the green, so he's trying to launch it over that. And he does a great job.
Dustin, a 2-time winner of this event in 2009 and 2010. Could become #1 in the world this week with a win and a little help from Jason Day. This is for Eagle.
Just coming up a little shy there, but a nice birdie on the par 5.
So DJ to under par. Back to Spieth now. Justin at the 8th.
On the 8th hole, kind of changing directions here. Sharp dogleg left, coming in with some sort of short iron. And he's got it dialed in. Great ball control there. You can see how hard the wind is blowing, and to control his distance like that is vintage Jordan Spieth. And then here, his 4th shot at the par 5 10th. Almost drops that.
Would make the par, remains at 3 under. Spieth now at 11. Remember now, Jordan coming into this 5 consecutive top 10s around the world.
I'm very exposed here, only about 50 yards from the beach this hole. Tough to judge it. Another absolutely beautiful hole, just like the 3rd.
Spieth has hit 13 of 16 greens in regulation, but it was the putter. You don't really see it there, but that was a harsh lip out. And he remains at 3 under par. And you take a look at Spieth and Johnson together. We talked to Justin off the top of the show about just surviving, finding a way to get through it, not play you well out of the tournament. Obviously, Jordan at 3 under, Justin, and DJ at 1 under. Great shape considering everything they had to deal with.
They're in great shape, and I'm sure they'd like to get their rounds completed this evening if possible.
Yeah, probably a little unlikely, but you never know. You get a break in the weather, and they might be able to finish up. How about the world number 1, Jason Day? He's playing Monterey Peninsula, and we pick up J Day at the 7th.
Just look at his trousers there. This is the par 3. Par 3s are tough at this golf course. Trying to dial up the speed down the hill. Comes up a little short.
He's played the event 8 times, and he has 5 top 15 finishes, a 69 for Jason Day. So to your point, as far as finishing, getting in the house, and able to sleep and know tomorrow you only have to play 1 course, that obviously is a big advantage.
Huge advantage that he's finished and get a good night's rest and get up and at him tomorrow.
All right, he missed his cut in his previous start, so good to get out and get under par.
I feel pretty good with how things are going. I mean, obviously, I think you know, coming out today and shooting a couple under par with how the conditions are. Obviously, the conditions are going to get a little bit softer and as the week goes on. But I think the wind's going to die down, which is nice. So be able to get out there and shoot a 2 under par round was pretty nice. I mean, I just said before that the hardest part about today was actually committing to the shot more so than anything, because you had a lot of side winds today, and I think the course set up nice for a left-handed golfer. The wind that we don't usually play. So, you know, looking forward to Spa tomorrow. So hopefully we get some good greens out there. We only played four holes in the rain, so you know, obviously we're underneath some cover now. You can kind of hear the rain and the wind coming through. Hopefully it doesn't get too nasty where it does stop play, but you know, we obviously want to finish. It's hit and miss, because some weeks are tremendous out here and then some weeks are just absolutely terrible. But that's just the start of the, you know, the West Coast swing. It can kind of be a little iffy with the rain and the weather up here, but you know, fortunately and unfortunately, sometimes you can get lucky with the draw, especially where you're playing. I think if you were playing at Spy today, it definitely helped a little bit, especially with you know, some of the cover in the trees. But you know, you just got to take what you can get and try and win the tournament at the end of the week.
And you can see what Jason Day has done in his career at Monterey Peninsula. 6 rounds played, all 6 in the 60s, 24 under par, respectively. Well, you think about Jordan Spieth, Jason Day, and Dustin Johnson, as they are 3 under, 2 under, and 1 under, respectively. I want to focus in on Dustin Johnson and Jason Day, guys. They're not used to missing cuts, obviously. They both missed their last cut and then had to take a week off. If you're thinking about what kind of shape, what kind of form they showed up in this week after missing a cut and having the week off, are you surprised at all they're playing good golf?
No, not at all. These are just absolute world-class, world's finest players at this point. Like I said earlier, DJ had to make the long trip over from the Middle East, so probably a little beat up there at the Farmers. And with Jason in the off-season, you know, we saw him finishing last season with a couple of WDs in the playoffs, having some back injuries. So a slow start to this season, but I'm sure he'll be getting his game in shape come Augusta time.
And Justin, as far as Jordan Spieth, 3 under par, really fantastic position in the top 10 on the leaderboard as it sits right now. But you think about the start of his 2017, top 5 in every event he's been in. What do you see from Jordan Spieth that makes you think 2017 might be a great year?
I think it's his kind of renewed ball striking. You know, he's high in every statistical category as far as his approaches to the greens. If anything, like today, this round could have been better if he'd been able to get a couple of putts to go in. But he's a good putter. He's a great putter. You don't just lose that. And I think we're still kind of trying to compare everything to his 2015 campaign, which, you know, those are once in a lifetime kind of seasons. And I know Jordan would like to and has the confidence to have another season like that. But I think it's just more of the same from him. Drive the ball in play, hits a lot of great iron shots, gives himself a lot of great chances. And as he continues to make a few putts here and there, we're going to find him holding a trophy here pretty soon.
All right, let's break down these 3. DJ off the tee today hit 10 of 11 fairways. So obviously the driver's a weapon, but he's only 1 under. Spieth comes in the hottest of the 3, and then there's Jason Day, who missed the cut, hasn't played a whole lot of competitive golf. heading into the weekend, I know we got different courses and weather to deal with. Do you have a sense right now which one you think has the best chance this weekend?
Well, just because of history at this tournament and at these golf courses, I'm going with DJ. He's won here twice. He's had 2 other top 5 finishes. And so, you know, we even saw him come close at that U.S. Open.
Sure. And
so he loves the Monterey Peninsula, so I'm putting my money on him.
Okay.
I think Jason Day. I think he's ready to break out and get things going for his, 2017 campaign, and as Trevor said earlier, getting ready for Augusta.
Right. We can only say you took the holidays off for so long. Eventually, the new season has to kind of kick in, right?
That's right.
And you think that would be there for Jason Day. All right, let's take a look at some of the scores here from AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Rick Lamb, Web.com graduate, has it at 4 under with a 68. Soon you'll know 4 under as well. And there's Spieth. Nick Watney always seems to play good golf here, and Jason Day inside the top 10 at 2 under par. Still to come here on Golf Central, Phil Mickelson. He's won here 4 times in his career. Mickelson, 7 birdies on his day. We'll take a look at the up and down Mickelson on a Thursday from Pebble.
Golf Central is brought to you by the new Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X. Choose the best for your game. ShipSticks, the largest golf bag shipping company in the world, simplifying the way you travel.